Hey everybody, welcome back to Jim's Van and Life channel. Well, here we are out in the desert in southern Nevada. I decided to come out today and ride the dirt bike a little bit. So I'm going to go out and ride for a few hours and then head home. This morning I made some elk chili. Made some chili with the elk that I had gotten this last fall during hunting season. Here, why don't you check it out while I drive out here and find a place to park. I will link at the end of this video my elk hunt, which I shot video of, and you can see the critter that's going to go into this chili. Okay, here's what's going to go in our chili. Obviously, ground elk meat, very lean, very nutritious, very organic. These nice red peppers, really fresh. I can smell it. It smells great. Okay, let's cut up these babies. These scallions are great chili. All right, some onion. You know, going hunting for your own meat is really fun. It's a great activity, but I can tell you that you're not going to be successful every year, especially with elk. With deer, it might be a little bit different story, but with hunting elk with a bow, which is what I like to do, you're not going to get one every year. So it's quite a challenge to get close enough to a big bull elk to be able to make a good shot on them. And so when you do get one, it is a huge freezer of meat that you have. Okay, that onion got me tearing up a little bit. That was a strong one. All right, let's get a little bit of avocado oil in the pan. All right, we're going to put our diced tomatoes in here. I'll drain them first. And the tomatoes go in. All right. Our seasoning. This seasoning has no artificial ingredients, and it has reduced salt. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit healthier. Okay, while we got that simmering, let's brown up the meat. It cost me $360 to get the elk cut up, which I thought was pretty reasonable. Look at that great source of organic protein. Elk is a very large split hoof animal, so it does taste very good. It's not really gamey. Some people, sometimes they'll eat some deer meat and they say they don't like it. They think it's gamey. This larger animal, like an elk or a moose, it has a little bit different taste than deer. But I like deer too. Okay, that's looking good. That's smelling good too. One thing you can do on the venison, and it's what I had the butcher do in this case, was get them to grind up a little bit of beef fat into the burger. You know, anywhere from like 5 to 10%. Now, I typically drain the fat off before I put this in the crock pot, but a little bit of beef fat will give it some flavor. Okay, let's load up the crock pot. Add the beans. Corn. All right, let's get that stirred up. I'll let this cook all day in the crock pot. Low heat, probably for 4 or 5 hours. Everything will cook down really well. The veggies will cook down really well. Okay, now the veggies. Okay, how's that look? Pretty yummy, huh? It'll be great. Well, it's a nice day today. Some cool weather has come down into Las Vegas last night from the north. It's a little breezy. It's cooled back down to like the lower 60s. Good day to go take the motorcycle out and maybe even do a little target practicing with a pistol out in the desert. So let's go do that. And then this chili is going to be really ready to eat as soon as we get back. Wow, it's going to be a great day to ride today. Beautiful desert terrain to ride in today. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad you're with me. Wow, there's a lot of beautiful single track here. So I started way down there in the flats, made my way all the way up through here, up here, and then looks like I can keep going, crest the top of the hill over there. And I don't think I want to get any further than from the van than that, just in case I get a flat or a breakdown. That's one of the things about riding alone. You get way out and you have a breakdown or a pinch flat or something like that, and I don't really have much in the way of tools with me right now. So I'm not going to get too much further away, and then we'll go back. It's good practice here on these desert single tracks, especially for someone like me who's not used to riding desert. miss. Five rounds. Shooting a tad high at that distance. That's a lot of fun, my friends, a lot of fun. Hey, well, that was a great ride today. Glad you came along on the video. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, I'm sure I'll get some more desert rides in before I head back east. If you like the content, please give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff. If you're new to my channel, you'll see lots of videos: boating, biking, hunting, RVing, camping. So why don't you consider subscribing? I'd appreciate it. But that's all for now, folks. Signing off from the beautiful desert south of Las Vegas, Nevada, on a day of sunshine and heat. See ya.